Hoofraad in Pretoria this morning. Dissident members who wanted to question Mr. Terre'Blanche's leadership were barred from the meeting held at the Tini Donation Hall.
AWB members who wanted to attend were screened and searched at the gate, and they had to show their membership cards. Dissident members were however not allowed to enter. One of these was Mr. Dries Alberts.
This is very unfortunate, as this meeting was actually called to give the people with grievances and the suspended then opportunity to air their views and grievances.
Are there any other dissenting members that will be attending the meeting?
It seems not so. The four that was originally suspended are not here, and then at the gate they have identified Mr. Maritz, Mr. Skuman and Mr. Pina as not eligible for entrance, and I myself was forcibly removed.
Mr. Alberts also tried to send in a letter with another AWB member, Mr. Francois Jooste. The letter was handed to the chairman, Mr. Willie Olivier, and read by Mr. Terre'Blanche, but it was not discussed. There was a heavy police presence at the hall, and ambulances and traffic police were also in evidence. Some of the AWB members were heavily armed with shotguns, pistols, knives, revolvers, and even an M16 American assault rifle. Most of the men armed were members of the AWB Guard Aquila. After a meeting of about 2.5 hours, the press were called in, but not before everybody was searched and properly identified. Representatives of two Sunday newspapers, Rapport and the Sunday Times, and a representative of the morning paper Bild were not allowed in. Surrounded by his supporters, Mr. Terre'Blanche told the press that 98% of the Hoofraad had attended the meeting today, and that they had unanimously accepted a vote of confidence in him. Mr. Terre'Blanche described allegations made by the four suspended Hoofraad members about him not being reliable and about certain social problems as an attempt to overthrow him as leader. He said 3 of the suspended members, Mr. Jan Groenewald, Professor Otmar Swart and Dr. Chris Jooste, had differed on certain significant points with the AWB for the past 3 years. They did not agree with the AWB policy on the Boerestaat and had party political aspirations.
Hoe kan 4 mense wat op 'n adviesraad sit 'n skering veroorsaak as ek 98% van die Hoofraad vandag teenwoordig het met 'n volle mosie van vertroue, 98% van hulle teenwoordig. Hoe kan 4 mense tiene van duisende skeer? Het ons dalk 'n probleem met syfers, ek en u?
Now that Mr. Terre'Blanche has had an unanimous vote of confidence in him as leader, there is renewed speculation that the 4 dismissed members may start their own movement.